Welcome to my channel again. Today I'll talk about a drama crime mystery movie from 2006 titled Inside Man. Without further ado, let's get started. Speaking onto a webcam, Dalton Russell describes the crime he participated in, claiming that he is trapped in a tiny cell and recently committed a bank heist. He explains how, where, and when he did the theft. But the robbery's execution is the only unanswered question yet to unfold. A man named Dalton, dressed as a painter, arrives outside Manhattan Bank, gets out of the van and creates a loophole in the hall's security camera. More painters enter the bank and start to warn people not to cause any trouble or otherwise they will get a shot in the brain. When a police officer, Colin, tries to check on the bank, one of the thugs points a gun at him, warning him not to move inside as he has hostages. After the police learn about the situation, Detective Keith Frazier is sent to the Manhattan Bank as a hostage negotiator. Keith is stuck in a false accusation made by a drug dealer of stealing millions of dollars, which have caused severe challenges for his job. He has been divorced and in a relationship with a police officer named Sylvia, whose 17-year-old criminal brother is her only family. After being given the Manhattan Bank case, Keith finds a way to clear allegations against him. With his friend, Detective Bill Mitchell, Keith heads his way to the bank, where Sergeant Colin informs him about the ongoing situation. Arthur Case, the bank's owner, is told by his assistant Catherine that one of their branches is facing a robbery in progress. When Arthur learns it is the Manhattan Exchange branch under attack, he sits down on a couch with expressions of grief on his face. The thieves gather all the hostages outside the vault and separate bank employees on one side. After taking their phones and car keys, the head thief hits a bank employee, Pete Hammond, for lying about leaving his phone at home. Later, he orders everyone to disrobe, and when an older woman refuses to take off her clothes, he calls Stevie to take care of her, making the hostages panic more. Later it turns out that the other robbers are also named Steve but slightly modified like Steve-O and Steven. After the session, people are given jumpsuits and a mask to wear. Meanwhile, Keith meets with Captain John Darius and consults the situation with him. As one of the hostages feels short breath, the thieves throw him out of the bank. The police immediately arrest him but later give him medical attention after learning that he is one of the hostages. Although the police are doing their job, Arthur hires a smart problem fixer, Madeline White, to help him retrieve some family heirlooms inside bank's safety deposit box. The box has Arthur's secret, which can make Arthur face serious questions if exposed. After inquiring more about his safe just to ensure it doesn't have a code for nuclear power, Madeline agrees to work for Arthur. She immediately arranges a meeting with the mayor, who seems to have known Madeline for a while. It turns out that Madeline has some mayor's secret, which compels him to help her. She wants the mayor to bring her down the bank and tell the head thief to do whatever she wants. Thieves have released another hostage named Vikram, with a box hanging down his neck. When NYPD takes out his turban for security, he gets infuriated and requests the police officers to give his turban back as it is part of his religion. After apologizing to the Sikh, detectives learn that thieves have demanded 2 buses with full gas tanks, 1 jumbo jet and pilots at JFK parked at the end of the runaway. Otherwise, they will kill a hostage every hour in front of cameras. Arthur Case has arrived at the crime scene in case if NYPD needs his help. The robbers have instructed the police to deliver food for 50 people, allowing detectives to set transmitters in pizza boxes to help them hear their conversations. After the delivery, the detectives start hearing the voices, but they can't understand anything because the thugs speak in a different language they can't understand. Even anyone in the police crew doesn't know what language they are talking in. After making a few calls and getting help from the street workers, Arthur learns that the guys are speaking Albanian. When an Albanian lady is called for help, she reveals that the thugs have been playing a tape of an Albanian peasant delivering a speech. Now, the police officers and the detectives have nothing to proceed on. Just then, the mayor's car approaches, asking Arthur to let Madeline in the investigation. When Arthur refuses to do so, Madeline warns him about his allegations, compelling Arthur to allow her. Meanwhile, the thieves have started digging a hole in one room. When Arthur calls Dalton for negotiation, he promises to let people go after he gets the bus and the jet. The sun has set, and the robbers still haven't got what they wanted. Arthur demands more time to arrange the vehicles and informs Dalton that he will send more food to spend the time. When Madeline calls Dalton informing him that she is neither a cop nor a bank employee and can offer him something, Dalton allows him to enter the bank to talk. Meeting Dalton, Madeline learns that he already knows about Arthur's belongings. It is revealed that Arthur was the guy during World War II who worked for a bank in Switzerland and used his position with the Nazis to enrich himself. And using his blood money, he started a bank. And the proof of all this is locked in a paper that Dalton has already taken out of the safe. Madeline promises a significant reward if he keeps the papers back in the safe before leaving. After negotiating, Madeline is investigated by Detective Arthur, who wants to know about her conversation with the thief. When Madeline denies telling the secret, Arthur dismisses her and orders her to leave. Madeline leaves the place because her bite is worse than her bark. While talking to Captain John and Bill, Arthur explains that the robbers are not in a hurry as they continuously give them more time. Calling Dalton, Arthur informs him that he wants to see hostages alive before giving him the jet. The plan works, and Dalton calls Arthur inside. After showing him the hostages, Dalton tells Arthur that when will be done, he will walk out from the front door. Arthur tries to get some information from him so that they can know why the robbers are delaying the process. However, Arthur gets nothing but is thrown out of the bank after he tries to knock the head thief down. Dalton heads his way down, where other thieves inform him that the digging process will take 3 hours more. While Arthur is talking to the officers, Dalton calls and shoots a hostage dead in front of a CCTV camera. After losing one life, Arthur's head dismisses him as a head and makes Captain John the head of the case, who later decides to break into the bank and kill the robbers. Before they can walk into the bank, Arthur witnesses a transmitter on the box sent by the robbers. Informing John about the situation, Arthur explains that the thieves have listened to everything they have planned. However, Captain John is still adamant about breaking into the bank. Before they can go in, Dalton evacuates the place and makes everyone exit the front door. As everyone is dressed the same, LAPD starts shooting until they are stopped by the captain. After taking a detailed round of the bank, it is revealed that the guns under the robbers use are fake, while the murder they show on the CCTV camera is just a prop. Nothing from the bank has been stolen, confusing the officials even more. After getting the names of every hostage, the police arrest everyone while the detectives investigate each of them separately. However, even though the hostages have gone through a strict procedure, the detectives do not find even a single human who can fall under the thief category. Arthur thinks that the robbers did something in the bank, but the head, Captain Colin, wants him to bury the case as there was no theft or murder. Moreover, the allegations against him are taken back as the money has been retrieved. Arthur is still adamant about not closing the case. So, he heads to Madeline and demands a quick answer to his questions using the previous recordings of their conversation. Besides telling him anything about Mr. Case, Madeline gives Arthur a small clue. After some time, Madeline visits the Mr. Case and inquires about what was in the box because a man cannot risk his life for merely some papers. There, Madeline learns that the safe had diamonds, and the Cartier ring belonged to the Parisian banker's wife, whom he could not save because the Nazis paid too well. After saying that thief still has his papers which he can get back after paying, Madeline receives the check for her job and leaves. Later, as Dalton is telling how he robbed the bank, it is revealed that during the group's stay in the bank, they built a wooden wall inside the storage room, allowing Dalton to hide from the police with all the diamonds. He only stole from the man who traded his way for a few dollars years ago. After completing an investigation, Arthur learns that there is a safe number 392 that has not been visited since 1948, the year when the bank was constructed. When he goes to the bank and opens the locker, he finds a Cartier ring, chewing gum and a note saying "Follow the ring." Following the ring, Arthur visits Mr. Case and orders him to spit out the truth. When Mr. Case denies allegations against him, Arthur shows him the ring stating that when people learn about this, no one will vouch for him. After leaving the office, Arthur meets Mr. Mayer and Madeline and returns the pen having evidence of their conversation. Getting assurance of his picture on the newspaper's front page and a promotion, Arthur leaves for home, where he notices a diamond in his pocket. Then he remembers that Dalton promised to get out of the bank from the front door, and he was the same person who bumped into him in the bank. The movie ends with Arthur getting what he always wanted while Dalton was able to show a mirror to Mr. Case, stating that the further you run from your sins, the more exhausted you are when they catch up to you. Subscribe for more engaging videos like this. Let's hit the bell icon and be the first to watch, like and comment. Thank you for watching.